I think oil has topped out. Like, of course, this is the market, yeah? Anything can happen. But I don't see how this thing goes higher than $119. In the most simple terms, what we are essentially seeing right here is a classic head and shoulders pattern. This pattern, of course, indicates that this thing eventually finds its way back down to here without taking this high. When we turn it into the candlestick chart, you start to see why that zone is so interesting. Now, being on the idea that this thing eventually finds its way back down to here does not mean that currently it can't move to the upside, because I think it most likely will. To understand where it might go to the upside, we have to zoom into a lower time frame, because this is the daily time frame. So as we go to the 1 hourly time frame, we start to see how interesting this thing looks. Currently, I have zones at about 86, 88, 90, and 93. Those are the zones that I can see for now, and I'd be expecting that it goes to at least $86 to $88. Of course, retracing back up here will not be very good news for crypto, but I have good reasons to believe that it will just end up being a retracement rather than a sustained rally. Now, the caveat to this analysis is that the potential humongous crash might take some time before it materializes. Note that there is always a potential for price to come back to retrace the second shoulder to the head and shoulders right here. And to know where that potential retracement might lead, we can just take our Fibonacci level from the top right there to the bottom right here and look for the 50% retracement to the upside, which will mean that oil goes to somewhere around $98. But that will just be a potential move back up that still aligns with a further dump. Which is why I say that the humongous plummet we might be expecting here may not happen as soon as we'd like. Because this zone right here is a humongous cluster, and what I think is happening here is price distribution. And you would know that if you've been following along, because it was on this page where we cut this particular top right here, and even when price retraced back to the upside, it still crashed from that zone. So the crypto markets may continue to troll us as oil finds a way to begin its true plummet amid the geopolitical tensions we are in right now. But our time to leave the trenches is getting closer by the day.